Make some noise for the legendary Timbaland, y'all.
Thank you, thank you.
What was your first placement?
I didn't really have a placement. I think it was me trying to get out of a situation. Okay. And I had songs that were great. Like Pony was like 7 years old before it came out.
Walk us through this process of Pony. Because you sound like you had all the equipment in the world, but you telling me you was dead broke when you made Pony?
Yep.
What'd you make Pony on?
It was just sounds that Devontae had, like these little. Back then it was analog, so you had to buy the rack mounts, and he had a lot of rack mounts, and I just went through the sounds and kind of made my own kind of sound, and I kind of came across this kind of burp sound. I put a bass underneath of it, and I thought that was cool.
So was the beat done, or was the whole song done?
I mean, I did the beat before the song was done.
Okay.
And Static, rest in peace, he was like one of the illest writers of our time, and he came in, and he heard the beat, and he was like, yo.
How'd you know Ginuwine was the artist for that record, though? Because, I mean, I think that's just as equally important as having a dope beat, having an artist that can bring the beat to life.
When Ginuwine heard the beat, I mean, if you're from D.C., and, like, when you hyped on something, it's yours. That song got Ginuwine noticed and got him signed and got him off of, got him away from Devontae. He had his own situation.
What would you tell producers now? Because that's like a timeless sound. A lot of producers now, they're just chasing the sound of the moment. For you to have a record that you sat on for 7 damn years, like you must have known that you was making something timeless.
I mean, I think today with the digital world and everybody having a laptop, it's about playing chess with the brain, taking the sound that every kid loves today and what's popping today, but switching it. And if you dab into and if you folk into the left, make them go to the right. You know what I'm saying? It's the same. It's just all tricks of the mind.
What do you think about sampling? Because I think of a record like Aaliyah, Are You That Somebody? What made you want to sample a Baby for this record?
I just like noises, so if a noise sounds cool, I just try to put it in a song. Because I feel like, instruments are so typical. Yeah. But I feel like people and sound are instruments in itself.
So when you did that record, did you make that specifically for Aaliyah?
Actually, I did that song in 2 hours. We had to turn it in 3 hours.
What?
So it was like it was under pressure. So we stayed up all night, and I was like, the first beat I did, I was like, oh, it don't have that thing. And then when I did that beat, is what I loved when I stacked the guitars like dun 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 dun, and then I had this sample. I didn't pay attention to it when it was a baby. I just listened to the rhythm of the baby laughing like So I was like, oh, that shit go with the beat.
Was Aaliyah another muse of yours?
So when Aaliyah was sitting in the back, we was all falling asleep, and when she heard it, Static like, oh, I got it. So when Static had it, she recorded. She was half asleep. We had to turn it in that morning for Dr. Doolittle soundtrack. So she did it, and people was like, I don't know if we can play this record. Got a baby crying, and people criticized it. Then when it went out, it was the biggest thing ever.
Now you pick your spots a lot, as far as doing beats nowadays. Like we haven't really heard anything since Tank. Salute to Tank. Is that by design?
I like to make sure I got something special, and when I know I got something, like now I got something special, and I'm dropping the album. I'm just dropping it, and I know what it is. It's groundbreaking and it's changing, and when that happens, that's only come every blue moon. And it only came to me like 3 times, once last year and once this year. So it's like I got to take those moments and go.
What would you tell them as far as limiting their hustle when it comes to production?
I mean, somebody going to tell you that they don't like something, but it's a million people in the world. So that one person don't like it, it's 1,000 other people that do. So don't let them throw you off your game.
Who was the first producer you met that you talked to or heard something from that inspired you to be like, yeah, I can do this?
I believe DJ Premier.
Wow. Okay. Where'd you meet him at?
I think I met him in New York. Very brief. I was a young cat, so,
This before Devontae in the
yeah,
basement?
this is like, and I see him, and it's like shook his hand, and I was like, that's the guy that did. I I've been in this game for years. I was like,
Man,
whoa, that's the guy who did that.
10 Crack Commandments, big
Yes.
in case y'all don't know.
Yes. So I was like, that guy. See, you know, Biggie brought something out of Premier that maybe Guru brought something different out of Premier. So it's like when you find those special cats that match to your production, it brings something out of you. And, you know, and you find the greatness out of you. You be like, okay, you could do stuff that's good, and that's nothing wrong with that, but you always want to look for the special so you know what's special in you.
That's like, I guess Biggie did for Premier what Jay-Z did for you, kind of.
Yeah, Jay-Z was he showed me something in hip-hop that I didn't even see. Like, I was doing, you know, I thought I was doing rap beats, but he was like, when I did Jigga What Jigga Who, the first beat, the first time I did it, he was like, nah, that ain't it. I'm like, what the? So I was like, well, did I have to hear his flow? I was like, I said, give me 5 minutes. So I put my headphones on, and I was like, done. So I gave him the headphones. He was like, oh. And then he started doing it. I said, I followed you. So, you know what I'm saying? I just followed him because he kind of had the first verse. And then I was like, oh, you showed me something different about myself.
Did you do anything on his new album?
Well, I don't think I'm not going to see you slick. That was a good one.
Hey, make some noise for my man Timbaland, y'all.